Alright, so we're in the first mission, and when you come into the first mission, you'll hit this shrine, and you'll get your first upgrade. Now, this is where a lot of people kind of struggle in the game because they're like, alright, well, it's so many stats, I don't even know what to put it in, where do I put them, blah, blah, blah. Okay? I'll tell you right now, every single stat from its base to about 10 gets a drastic increase. Okay, so constitution, for example, from 5 to 10 drastically increases. All right, now everything after 10 sort of falls off, but not to the point where you're useless. Now some skills, some stats might not help you out earlier in game, but majority of them will. Okay, the first two stats I will tell you to focus on are constitution and heart. Okay, you want to get your constitution and heart to about 10 first, and then after you get your constitution and heart to about 10, you want to start leveling up the stat that scales with your weapon. All right, now for stats that scale with your weapon, if you go to your equipment, you will see on your weapon where it says right here, you see base attack. All three of those attack bonuses underneath are the stats that scale with your weapon. So for example, the Odachi scales with has a D plus in heart, a C plus in stamina, and a B plus in strength, meaning that strength, the more strength you have, the harder this weapon will hit, the more powerful this weapon will become. Okay, and for the axe, the highest stat is stamina, so the more stamina you have, the harder this weapon will hit. Okay, now if you pay attention to both of these stats, both of these weapons, I mean, they share two of the same stat. All right, so Odachi and the axe share both stamina and strength. Okay, that's good because they have their two stats that they scale with, meaning that no matter which one I level up, whether it be strength or stamina, both weapons will gain, will pretty much um, have an advantage because of them. Okay, so they'll basically be good regardless of which stat you use. All right, but yeah. So like again, when you're leveling up in the beginning, main stats you should focus on are constitution and heart. Now, if you don't know what the stats do, you can literally look in the bottom and it tells you. So if you look all the way at the bottom of the screen, I go to constitution, it says affects your life and your resistance to poison and paralysis. That the resistance to poison and paralysis doesn't really matter right now. Mainly you'll see it says it affects your life. Okay, meaning that the more constitution you have, the more life you have. Next is heart. It says it affects your ki. The more hearts you have, the more ki you have. Okay. Courage affects your ki recovery speed. Again, the more courage, the more ki recovery, the faster your ki recovery speed is. Stamina affects your life and your maximum equipment weight. The more stamina you have, the heavier gear you can wear, and the more life you have. Strength is a core stat required to activate special effects of heavy armor. This stat also affects the resistance to water. So strength basically allows you to wear heavier armor. Now you might say, okay, what's the difference between stamina and strength? You see that green number that says current encumbrance? So if I go over right here, that green number, that's what stamina affects. Okay, the more stamina you have, the lower that number becomes, meaning that you'll be able to move faster and wear heavier armor. Okay, having strength up higher will allow you to wear certain armors that require a certain amount of strength. Now you might be saying, what does that mean? If I go back to my equipment and I come to the equipment that I have on, do you see at the bottom where it says constitution required and strength required? I need to have at least 5 constitution and 5 strength in order to wear this armor. Okay, every piece of armor in the game has these requirements. You have to meet the requirements on the stats in order to wear certain pieces of armor. If you do not meet the requirements, you will not get the special effects on that armor. Okay, so make sure that whatever armor you want to wear, you're meeting the stat requirements to wear that armor, or you will not get the special effects from it. Okay, so back to this. Again, Constitution deals with life, Heart deals with ki, Courage is key recovery speed, Stamina deals with your life as well as your maximum equipment weight. Strength allows you to activate the requirements for heavy armor. Skill allows you to activate requirements for light armor. Dexterity is how effective your ninjutsu will be, and obviously magic is how effective your magic will be. There are additional stats that come with some of these, but I don't need to go over those right now because, again, this is a beginner, so you don't have to worry about most of that stuff until you get later on in game. So what we're going to do is I'm going to upgrade my Constitution first, and then we'll be good to go. So Heart and Constitution are going to go to 10 first, and then I will deal with maxing out the damage on my weapon. Okay, so we're just going to go here.
Think you can defeat me?
I'm not gonna go over combat mechanics during this because that'll take way too long. That's why I told you to do the tutorial, because in the tutorial they will go over combat mechanics with you. So I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just showing you guys how to get through the game, how to maneuver, which ways to take, how to do certain things. Okay. Now you'll meet this boss right here, which is the pretty sure that is the Gozuki. Or was it the Mezuki? That's the Gozuki. So you'll meet him. You do not have to fight him right now. You can literally run around him, because most of the time, if you're a newer player, you're not going to beat him because you don't know pretty much how to, how the mechanics of the game works. So what you do first is you run around him and you just come up here. You get your first Kodama. And then come here. Alright, I'm gonna open up this gate. Now we have a second path open. Now you don't need to go to that shrine right now. You can, but you don't have to save time. I'm not going to. But yep. Okay. Take him out.
After completing a technique, return to a fighting stance and focus to replenish ki faster. Ki pulses can be used to recover your ki and purify the miasma with your
this way. Alright, come in here. Now, earlier on in game, you're going to get a whole bunch of weapons and a whole bunch of gear. How I usually sort through the gear is I'll go by level, okay? Because level matters. The level of your gear matters early game, all right? So you want to go with the highest level gear you have in order to get the best advantage, all right? Also, make sure you can actually wear that gear and you're not wearing gear that you can't use. For example, boom, right here, this is perfect. So in order to wear this gear, I have to basically have at least 9 constitution and 9 skill. All right, so since I don't have 9 constitution and 9 skill, I cannot wear this. I can wear this gear, but I'm not getting any special effects. So basically, it's essentially just a headpiece with defense of 13, and that's it. I'm not getting ki. I'm not getting any toughness. So I'm just wearing a piece of gear that has defense 13 and that's it. Okay. So we go in by level. Can throw this on. Throw this on. Throw that on. Throw that on. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna fight our first yokai, which is gonna be I think a um, the monkey one. I forgot it. Inky and Inky. So yeah, we'll fight them. Alright, he's done. Okay, come this way. Cool. Now I get my second Kodama. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I'm gonna drop down on this guy. Cause he's easy work. I'm gonna drop down on this guy. And I messed up. Great. I do not recommend fighting multiple people at once. If you're a beginner, you will die. So alright. Okay. So I'm gonna get to this first shrine and I'm gonna cut. And then I'll probably do it in a separate video. But come back again. I'll have another video, second half of this level. And I'll see you guys in the next one.